So guys, Canadian immigration pays a lot of attention towards developing the French-speaking communities outside of Quebec. Such was the case when recently Immigration Minister Mark Miller flagged off the National Francophone Immigration Week starting November the 4th of 2024. And the whole concept of this particular week was to celebrate the achievements of the French-speaking communities developed outside of Quebec, and also the French-speaking population overall in Canada, and also the success of the recent immigration changes done around Canadian immigration in order to increase the French-speaking population in Canada. In today's video, we will talk about all of these achievements and the details around this French-speaking, the National Francophone Immigration Week. So if you are interested in moving to Canada, and you should be watching this video up until the end. My name is Sahil and I'll see you on the other side. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice here in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to speak with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of moving to Canada, then this is a channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, today's news is extremely important because Canada, the Canadian immigration authorities have been paying a lot of attention towards trying to take the French-speaking population on a higher number, especially in communities outside of Quebec. Now, as per the federal government's targets as well, the Canadian immigration authorities along with the provincial authorities as well are trying to develop and basically bring up the numbers of these French-speaking nationals outside of Quebec, like I said. The Immigration Minister Mark Miller recently launched the 12th National Francophone Immigration Week, and this was starting the November 4th of 2024. The importance of this particular week has been marked as to celebrate the achievements of these particular policies on the Francophone immigration initiatives that have been launched by the Canadian immigration, especially starting January 2024. Overall, what Canada says is that in the year of 2023, the Canadian Immigration Department was successful in bringing over 19,700 French-speaking permanent residents outside of Quebec. Not only that, Canada is on its pathway to reach a target of 6% of the overall number of permanent residents landing in Canada in the year 2024. To spark this even further, Canada has set its targets in the Immigration Levels Plan of 2025 till 2027 to a whopping 8.5% of the total number of permanent residents landing in Canada in the year 2025. That will be pushed off to 9.5% in 2026 and another 0.5% to 10% overall permanent residents landing in Canada in the year of 2027. Now, what that speaks is normally to the fact that if you know how to speak French, if you can take the tests of TEF or TCF, the two tests that are being recognized by the Canadian immigration authorities, if you can perform well in those tests, then there are a host of programs which you can utilize in order to claim your additional work permits or maybe PR pathways. Just to name a few, there is a Francophone Mobility Pathway C16 which people can utilize in order to get a work permit. All they require is a job offer outside of Quebec, and the person should be able to perform on a sublime level in the language test, and there is no requirement of an LMIA. Programs like that are extremely helpful in order to help the immigration authorities in achieving these targets as well. Not only that, if you look at the French-speaking draws, the French category draws in Express Entry, these draws are running on an all-time low. What I personally think is that in the times to come, when Canadian immigration, the Express Entry has gotten extremely competitive, there are a lot of Canadian experienced class people inside Canada. The STEM categories have really filled up the bowls to the brim. I think the Canadian immigration authorities are looking at French as an escape in order to increase the competitiveness of the whole pool and in order to bring down the numbers of Express Entry. Apart from this, the other Express Entry categories that are performing to an achievable levels are the trades category and the transport categories. Although the transport categories had a lot less draws in the year 2024 so far. Well, while the balance of the year is still to play out in terms of the express entry draws, French happens to bag its own set of achievements, like this particular achievement where the immigration department is specifically celebrating this week in order to push the numbers of French speaking permanent residents outside of Quebec. This particular week will talk about the celebration of the culture that these people bring in terms of the economy success that these people will be bringing in. The success of the immigration program so far as well is another agenda behind celebrating this week. We all know that French is being prioritized in terms of the programs. The only time will tell whether people are able to learn this language apart from English and are able to perform really well in their express entry profiles or the other immigration pathways that there are as they exist. Guys, apart from this, if you have anything else to discuss with us, please feel free to schedule an appointment with us. We would be more than happy to speak with you. Once again, we wish you all the best and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.